Welcome back to episode 5 of the Naomi and Jiwon story. Last time, we left them at the worst possible moment. Surrounded by FBI at an airstrip, Naomi bleeding, possibly losing their baby. Jiwon holding her at the top of plane stairs, a choice between freedom and survival, between running and saving their child. They were frozen in that terrible moment, and you've been waiting 6 months to know what happened. Well, the wait is over. But I'm warning you now, what comes next will break your heart before it puts it back together. This is the trial. This is the reckoning. This is everything they fought for, hanging by a thread. Let's begin. White walls, machines beeping, the steady rhythm of a heart monitor. Someone lies in a hospital bed, face turned away from the camera. A doctor checks charts. A nurse adjusts an IV. The atmosphere is calm, peaceful even, but something feels wrong. This doesn't look like a regular hospital. The door has a coded lock. There's a camera in the corner, and outside, through the small window, you can see a guard. The camera slowly pans up the bed, reveals the patient. It's Naomi. She looks different. Thinner, exhausted beyond measure. Dark circles under her eyes, but she's not injured, not dying. She's holding something against her chest, something wrapped in a soft blanket. The nurse comes closer. How's little Arya doing today? Naomi looks down at the bundle in her arms. A baby, 6 months old. Dark hair, golden brown skin, tiny perfect features. The baby is alive, healthy, beautiful. She's everything, Naomi whispers. She's the only thing keeping me alive. The relief should be overwhelming. The baby survived. But Naomi's eyes tell a different story. They're hollow, haunted. The eyes of someone who's lost everything except the one thing in her arms. Agent Sarah Chen enters, her FBI badge visible. Dr. Kang, we need to talk about the trial. It starts in 3 days. I know when it starts. I've been preparing for 6 months. 6 months of this prison you call protective custody. 6 months without my husband. 6 months raising our daughter alone while you people destroy what's left of our lives. You made a deal. Immunity for testimony. You knew the terms. I didn't make a deal. I surrendered. There's a difference. You took everything and called it mercy. 6 months earlier, the airstrip, that frozen moment, FBI surrounding them, Naomi bleeding in Jiwon's arms at the top of the plane stairs, the choice they couldn't make. Jiwon made it for them. He looked at the blood soaking through her clothes, looked at the FBI medical team below, looked at the plane behind them, and he knew there was no choice. There never had been. I surrender, he shouted, hands going up. I surrender, just help her, help my baby, please. He dropped to his knees on the stairs. Take me, arrest me, I'll confess to everything. Whatever you want, just save them. Please God, save my wife and my baby. FBI agents swarmed the stairs, dragged him down roughly, cuffed him. Marcus Webb stood there, triumphant, watching his enemy broken and begging. Kang Jiwon, you're under arrest. Naomi screamed as they took him. Jiwon, no, Jiwon! But FBI medical team was already surrounding her, loading her into an ambulance. The last thing she saw was Jiwon being shoved into a vehicle, his eyes never leaving her, his lips moving, I love you. Take care of our baby, I love you. Emergency surgery, doctors shouting, machines screaming, Naomi's blood pressure dropping, baby in distress, emergency C-section while Naomi fought for her life. They delivered a tiny girl. 5 pounds, not breathing, desperate seconds of resuscitation. Then a cry, weak but there, she was alive. They were both alive. Barely. Naomi woke in recovery alone. The baby. She's in NICU, she's stable. You can see her soon. Jiwon, my husband. Federal custody, maximum security. You won't see him unless you cooperate with our investigation. 3 days later, Marcus came to her hospital room, still recovering, Arya still in NICU fighting. Naomi had never felt more powerless. I can make this easier, Marcus said, or much harder, your choice. You've destroyed everything. What more do you want? Your testimony against Jiwon, full cooperation. In exchange, immunity, you keep Arya, you walk free, or refuse and you're charged as an accomplice. Your daughter goes to foster care. She grows up without either parent. Is that what you want? You know it's not. Then we have a deal. You testify, Ji-won goes to prison. You and Arya get to have a life. Simple. Nothing about it was simple. But Naomi had no choice. Not with Arya's life in the balance. Not with her baby's future at stake. She agreed, and in that moment she betrayed everything she'd fought for. Her husband, her family, herself. Back to the present. Agent Chen hands Naomi a file. These are the questions the prosecutor will ask. You need to be ready. I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been practicing how to destroy my husband for 6 months. I think I've got it down. He made his choices. This is about. Don't tell me this is justice. This is revenge. Marcus's revenge. Because I chose Ji-won over him. Because I ran. Because I was happy. And now Marcus is taking everything. Chen looks uncomfortable. There's something you should know. I've been watching Marcus. His behavior with you. His obsession with this case. Something's not right. If you notice anything at all, tell me. Okay. Before Naomi can respond, Chen leaves. But her words linger. Something's not right. Naomi has felt it for months. The way Marcus visits too often, watches too closely. The way some evidence doesn't match her memories. The way dates don't line up. Something is very wrong with this case. 2 days before trial, Naomi is allowed a prison visit. The first time seeing Ji-won in 6 months. She has to fight for it, has to threaten to refuse testimony. Finally, they agree, 30 minutes, heavily monitored. She can't bring Arya inside. She goes through security, multiple checks, treated like a criminal visiting a criminal, led to a visiting area with glass partitions and phones. She sits, waits, her heart pounding so hard she can barely breathe. The door on his side opens. Ji-won walks in. He's different, thinner, harder. Prison has carved away everything soft, but when he sees her, his eyes transform. All that hardness melts. He sits quickly, grabs the phone. She grabs hers. Naomi, just her name, but the way he says it, like a prayer, like a lifeline. I'm here. I'm sorry it took so long. They wouldn't let me. I know. God, you're beautiful. You look tired. Are you sleeping? Are you eating? Are you okay? Am I okay? Ji-won, you're in prison. Nothing is okay. But Arya, tell me about Arya, please. I need to know everything. She pulls out her phone, shows him through the glass. Photos, videos. 6 months of their daughter's life. First smile, first laugh, rolling over, baby milestones he missed. He starts crying, silent tears streaming down his face as he watches video of his daughter laughing. She's perfect. She looks like you, like us. God, I've missed everything. She has your eyes, your stubbornness. She's so strong, Ji-won. Fighting since the moment she was born. She's a survivor like her father. I should be there. I should be holding her. Helping you, being a father. Instead, I'm here, locked in a cage, missing her entire life. It's not your fault. You saved us. If you hadn't surrendered, we might have lost her. You made the right choice. Did I? Because it feels like the worst choice I ever made. Leaving you alone, letting Marcus control you, letting him win. He hasn't won, not yet. She leans closer to the glass, lowers her voice. Ji-won, I think Marcus planted evidence. Your lawyer thinks so too. Dates don't match. Witnesses have changed their stories. Something's wrong with this case. His face goes hard, dangerous. Don't investigate him. Don't go after him. He's not stable, Naomi. He's obsessed. If he thinks you're a threat, he'll hurt you. If I can prove corruption, you could go free. We could be a family. Or you'll end up dead and Arya will have no parents at all. Listen to me. Just testify. Keep yourself safe. Keep our daughter safe. That's all that matters. You matter. You're her father. She needs you. She needs her mother more, and her mother needs to stay alive. Promise me. Promise me you won't do anything stupid. Just testify and walk away, please. Time's up, the guard announces. I love you, she says desperately. I never stopped, not for 1 second. I love you too, both of you. Tell Arya about me. Tell her daddy thinks about her every second. Tell her I'm sorry I can't be there. He's led away, looking back until the door closes, and Naomi sits there with the phone in her hand and her heart in pieces. That night, Naomi can't sleep. She keeps thinking about what Chen said, what Ji-won warned, what her instincts are screaming, something is wrong. She opens her laptop, reviews the testimony preparation files FBI gave her, studies them carefully, and there, right there, a date that's wrong. A photo supposedly from the penthouse that she doesn't recognize, a witness statement claiming she was somewhere she never was. She digs deeper, finds more inconsistencies, more impossible details, more evidence that doesn't match reality. Someone falsified evidence, and she knows exactly who. Marcus comes to the safe house the next day. Ready for tomorrow, big day, you'll be great. I need to ask you something, this photo, she shows him. When was this taken? According to the file, 6 months before the arrest. That's impossible. I wasn't living at the penthouse 6 months before. I was still in my apartment. This photo can't be from when you say it is. She watches his face, sees the micro-expression, the brief flash of panic before he smooths it away. Must be a clerical error. I'll have someone fix it. How many clerical errors are there, Marcus? How much of this case is built on lies? Watch yourself. You're walking a thin line. Don't forget what's at stake. My husband's freedom, my daughter's father, everything I care about, I know exactly what's at stake. After he leaves, Naomi finds what she's looking for. Hidden USB drive in Marcus's briefcase. He'd left it once. Forgotten about it. She copies it before he realizes. Opens it that night. What she finds destroys her. Photos of her. Thousands. From years ago, through windows, while sleeping, while showering, while living her life in Houston. He'd been stalking her for years before they even dated. And files. Evidence of tampering. Payments to witnesses. Documents proving he planted evidence throughout the case. Everything. Marcus didn't just investigate G1. He framed him. Built a case on corruption because he was obsessed. Because he wanted to destroy the man who had what Marcus couldn't keep. This entire case is a lie. Trial day, federal courthouse, media everywhere. Naomi arrives holding Arya. Agent Chen escorting them through the chaos. Inside, the courtroom is packed. Prosecutor confident. Defense attorney tense. And then the doors open. G1 is let in. Prison clothes, chains, heavy guard escort. He looks broken until his eyes find the front row, find Naomi holding their daughter. His daughter, his baby girl, 6 months old, real, right there. The first time he's seeing her in person. The world stops, everything else fades. There's only that tiny baby, his child, the reason for all of this, the reason he's fighting to breathe. Tears stream down his face. He can't stop them, doesn't try, just stares at his daughter like she's the only thing in the universe. Arya looks at him, some instinct, some recognition. She reaches her little hands toward him, makes soft sounds, and G1 mouths, "Hi, baby girl, Daddy loves you so much." Guards have to physically move him to the defendant's table. He can't stop looking back at them. The prosecution calls Dr. Naomi Ade. This is it, the moment she's been preparing for, dreading. She hands Arya to Agent Chen, walks to the stand, gets sworn in, sits. The prosecutor begins. "Dr. Ade, please state your relationship to the defendant." "He's my husband, the father of my child." "And you lived with him, witnessed criminal activity, is that correct?" "Yes." "Did Mr. Kang confess to murder in your presence?" She looks at G1, he nods slightly. "Tell the truth, it's okay." "Yes, he told me he'd killed people." The questions continue, building the case, piece by piece, Naomi answering carefully, truthfully where she must, protecting where she can. Marcus watches from the gallery, triumphant. This is his victory. Then defense attorney Park stands. "Your Honor, I'd like to submit new evidence, evidence of prosecutorial misconduct, planted evidence, falsified testimony." The defense moves to dismiss all charges. "Objection." The prosecutor is on his feet. "No disclosure." "It's evidence that came to light this morning, from Dr. Ade herself. Your Honor, Agent Marcus Webb has been conducting a corrupt investigation, and we can prove it." Chaos in the courtroom, the judge calls for order. "Approach, now." At the bench, Park presents the USB drive. The judge's face darkens as he reviews it. "This is serious. Agent Webb, approach." Marcus stands, walks to the bench, confident. until he sees what they're looking at, realizes his files have been found, his corruption exposed. His face goes pale, then red, then cold. Your Honor, those are stolen files, illegally obtained. They show you've been stalking Dr. Ade for years, that you planted evidence, that you paid witnesses. Agent Webb, you're in serious trouble. Park addresses the court. We're asking for immediate dismissal of all charges. This entire case is built on Agent Webb's obsession with destroying my client to win back a woman he abused. It's not justice, it's revenge. Marcus snaps. He pulls his service weapon, points it at Naomi on the witness stand. You did this. You ruined everything. Screaming, people diving for cover, Ji-won lunging against his chains. No, Naomi. We could have had everything, Marcus shouts. I loved you, I did all of this for you, and you chose him, a killer, a monster, over me. Agent Chen has her weapon drawn. Marcus, stand down now. I'll show you what happens when you betray me. His finger tightens on the trigger. Chen fires. Marcus goes down. Non-fatal shot to the shoulder. He's disarmed, screaming as agents swarm him. She's mine, she was always mine. They drag him from the courtroom, still screaming, still claiming ownership, still obsessed. Judge pounds his gavel. Order, this court is in recess. Bailiff, remove Mr. Kang's restraints. Prosecutor, my chambers, now. The chains come off Ji-won. He stands uncertain. The judge looks at him. You're not going anywhere, but you can hold your daughter. Go. Ji-won and Naomi collide in the center of the courtroom. First time touching in 6 months. She's crying. He's crying, holding each other like they'll never let go. I thought I lost you. I thought. I'm here. You saved us. You're brilliant. You're incredible. I love you so much. Arya crying for her mother. Chen brings her over. Naomi takes her, turns to Ji-won. This is Arya, your daughter. Arya, this is your daddy. Ji-won's hands shake as he reaches for her, takes his daughter in his arms for the very first time. She's tiny, perfect, real. She stops crying, looks up at him, puts her little hand on his face. He breaks completely, sobbing. Hi, baby girl. Hi, I'm your daddy. I'm so sorry I wasn't there, but I'm here now. I promise I'm here. The courtroom watches this moment, this reunion, this family finally together. Even hardened criminals in the gallery are moved to tears. Hours later, the judge returns to the bench. The courtroom is silent, everyone waiting, everything hanging on his next words. I've reviewed all the evidence presented today. Agent Webb's USB drive, Agent Chen's testimony, the defense's motion, and I've spoken with the FBI director personally. He looks at Ji-won and Naomi. What happened here today represents a fundamental corruption of our justice system. Agent Webb conducted a personal vendetta under the guise of law enforcement. He planted evidence. He coerced witnesses. He falsified documents. He turned the power of the federal government into a weapon of obsession and revenge. The judge's voice hardens. Therefore, I have no choice but to dismiss all charges against Kang Ji-won, every single one. The evidence has been so thoroughly tainted by misconduct that nothing presented by the prosecution can be trusted. Mr. Kang, you are a free man, effective immediately. Naomi's breath catches. Ji-won's eyes close. Free, actually free. Furthermore, the judge continues, all assets seized from Mr. Kang are to be returned immediately. The penthouse, bank accounts, business holdings, everything. The FBI has 48 hours to complete the return. Dr. Ade, your immunity agreement remains in full force. You've done nothing wrong except survive an impossible situation with remarkable grace. He looks at the prosecutor. As for Agent Webb and his co-conspirators, they will face federal charges for corruption, evidence tampering, obstruction of justice, and abuse of power. The FBI director has assured me that a full internal investigation is already underway. Every agent involved in this corruption will be held accountable. The gavel comes down. You're both free, completely free. This nightmare is over. Court is adjourned. The courtroom erupts, reporters shouting, people crying. Naomi and Ji-won just hold each other and their daughter and let it sink in. Free, home returned, enemies being prosecuted. It's actually over. Outside the courthouse, Min-seok waits with the cars, but he's smiling, actually smiling. "Brother, Dr. Kang, welcome back to the land of the free." "Is it real?" Naomi asks. "Is it actually over?" "FBI arrested Marcus's partners 2 hours ago, all 3 agents who helped him. Agent Chen's testimony was devastating. They're all in custody, facing decades in prison. The threat is gone. You can come home. The penthouse is yours again." Ji-won looks at Naomi, Arya asleep in his arms. "We can go home, really home. No more running. No more running. No more hiding. No more surviving. We get to live now, actually live." They drive through Seoul as the sun sets, painting the city in gold and amber. The city where they met, where they fell in love, where they fought and bled and nearly lost everything. But they survived, together, and now they get to stay. The penthouse looks different when they walk in. FBI agents are still packing up equipment, removing surveillance, clearing out. But the bones of it are the same. Their home, their fortress, their sanctuary. "We'll have everything cleared out within the hour," an agent says. "Again, we apologize for the inconvenience." Inconvenience, like it was a minor hassle instead of 6 months of hell. But Naomi doesn't argue, just nods, watches them leave, watches the door close behind them. And then it's just their family, in their home, finally. Ji-won walks through the rooms carrying Arya, showing her everything. "This is where Mommy and Daddy met. Well, not exactly here. But this is where we built our life, where we had our blood oath ceremony, where we got married. This is home, baby girl, your home." He enters a room they'd started preparing before everything fell apart. Arya's nursery, painted soft lavender, crib waiting, toys untouched. This was supposed to be yours, and now it is, finally. He lays her gently in the crib. She's sleeping soundly, exhausted from the day. He just stands there watching her breathe. His daughter, in her nursery, in their home, safe. Naomi comes up behind him, wraps her arms around his waist. "We made it. I still can't believe it. We actually made it." "You made it. You exposed Marcus. You saved us. You're incredible." "We saved each other. That's what we do. That's what we've always done." They stand there watching their daughter sleep. 2 people who have been through hell and back, who have lost everything and fought to get it back, who chose each other over and over again despite impossible odds. "What do we do now?" Naomi asks. "Now that we're free, now that we can actually plan a future instead of just surviving the present." "We live, we build the life we talked about. I leave the syndicate. Minseok can have it. I'm done with that world. I want legitimate businesses, legal money, a life where our daughter doesn't grow up surrounded by violence." "You'd really leave, after everything?" "For you and Arya, I'd leave the world behind. Besides, I'm tired. So tired of the violence and the blood and the constant fear. I want peace, real peace, with my family. I want to practice medicine again, real medicine, not patching up criminals, a legitimate clinic, helping people who actually need help." "Then that's what you'll do. We'll make it happen, all of it." 6 months pass, 6 months of peace, 6 months of normal, 6 months of actually living instead of just surviving. Naomi opens her clinic, small, modest, in a neighborhood that needs medical care. She treats families, children, elderly patients, does the work she always wanted to do, comes home tired but fulfilled. Ji-won transforms the Kang family businesses, divests from anything questionable, keeps the legitimate ventures, real estate, restaurants, import-export but actually legal this time. It's not as profitable, but it's clean, and he sleeps at night. Minseok takes over the syndicate, keeps it away from Ji-won and his family, protects them from that world, visits occasionally to see his niece, but keeps the darkness at a distance. Agent Chen becomes a friend, testifies at Marcus's trial, helps put him away for 20 years, visits the penthouse sometimes, brings Arya gifts, becomes Aunt Sarah to their daughter. And Arya grows, thrives, learns to crawl, takes her first steps between her parents on the same rooftop where they got married, says her first word, Dada. Ji-won cries. Naomi takes a video. They're building memories now, good ones, the kind that heal old wounds. On Arya's first birthday, they throw a party on the penthouse rooftop, the same space where they exchanged vows, where they promised forever, now filled with balloons and presents and cake and the people who matter. Minseok is there with a ridiculously expensive gift, Agent Chen with a thoughtful one, a few of Naomi's colleagues from the clinic, some of Ji-won's new business partners, small gathering, intimate, safe. Arya smashes her cake, getting frosting everywhere, laughing, happy, knowing nothing of the darkness her parents fought through to give her this light. Maybe someday they'll tell her, when she's older, when she can understand. But for now, she's just a baby having the best day of her young life. As the sun sets over Seoul, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold, Ji-won pulls Naomi close. They watch their daughter playing with Minseok, who's making ridiculous faces to make her laugh. "Do you remember the night I was bleeding out on that street?" Ji-won asks quietly. "When you found me?" Every detail, every second, the moment that changed everything. "I was dying, I knew it, could feel it, and then you appeared, like something out of a dream, this beautiful, stubborn woman who refused to let me die, who brought me home instead of calling the police, who saved me in every way a person can be saved. You saved me too. I was running from my past, from Marcus, from myself, and you gave me a reason to stop running, gave me a home, a family, a purpose. We saved each other." "Yeah, we did, over and over again." He turns to face her fully. "Thank you for not giving up on me, for choosing me even when it cost you everything, for loving me despite what I am and what I've done, for giving me this." He gestures at Arya, at the party, at the life they've built. "I don't deserve any of it, but I'm grateful for every second. You deserve happiness. You deserve peace. You deserve a family who loves you, and you have all of that. We have all of that. I love you. I'll love you forever, in every lifetime, in every version of this story. It's always you, always us." "Always us," she agrees. They kiss as the sun sets, as their daughter laughs, as their family celebrates around them, as Seoul spreads out below, beautiful and dangerous and full of possibility. Two people who met in blood and darkness, who fell in love in chaos, who built something beautiful from impossible circumstances, who fought for each other when the world tried to tear them apart. They won, against all odds, against every obstacle, they won. And now they get the prize, the life they fought for, the peace they earned, the love that survived everything. Naomi looks up at the sky at the first stars appearing. "We made it. We actually made it. We did, together, like we do everything. What happens now?" Ji-won smiles, pulls her closer, watches their daughter playing. Now we just live, we raise our daughter, we build our businesses, we grow old together. We do all the normal, boring, beautiful things that people in love get to do. No more running, no more fighting, no more surviving, just living." That sounds perfect. It sounds impossible, but we made the impossible possible before. We can do it again. Later that night, after the guests leave, after Arya is asleep in her crib, Naomi and Ji-won stand on the rooftop alone, looking out at the city, their city, the place where their story began and where it continues. "Do you ever think about what would have happened if I'd just called the police that night?" Naomi asks. "If I'd made the safe choice?" Every day I'm grateful you didn't. You changed my life that night, gave me something to live for beyond survival, gave me love, real love, the kind I didn't know existed. You changed mine too, showed me what strength really means, what love really looks like, what it means to fight for someone, to choose them every day despite everything." They stand there, in comfortable silence. Two people who have been through hell together, who have seen each other at their worst and loved each other anyway, who have built something beautiful from darkness and blood and impossible choices. "To surviving," Ji-won says, raising an imaginary glass. "To thriving," Naomi counters, raising hers. "To us," they say together. Inside, Arya sleeps peacefully. Outside, Seoul glitters. And on the rooftop of the penthouse fortress, two people hold each other and look toward the future. A future they fought for. A future they earned. A future they get to live together. The story that began with blood on a Seoul sidewalk ends here. With love on a rooftop. With a family safe and whole. With peace hard-won and carefully kept. Some love stories are easy, simple, uncomplicated. This wasn't one of those. This was blood and violence and impossible choices. This was sacrifice and survival and refusing to let go. This was choosing each other again and again, no matter the cost. And it was worth it. Every terrible moment, every impossible choice, every sacrifice, worth it for this, for them, for the life they built together. In the end, love didn't conquer all. Love doesn't conquer. Love endures, love survives, love fights, love chooses. And Naomi and Jiwon chose each other, every single day, through everything, despite everything. And that choice made all the difference. The end. Thank you for watching the complete story of Naomi and Jiwon. From that first night on a Seoul street to this final moment of peace, you've been with them through everything. Their love, their struggle, their survival, their victory. If this story moved you, if it made you believe in love that fights and survives and refuses to surrender, hit that like button. Drop a comment sharing your favorite moment, and subscribe for more stories that will break your heart and put it back together. Because that's what the best love stories do. They remind us that love isn't always easy or safe or simple. Sometimes it's messy and complicated and requires everything you have. But when you find someone,